What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Tide, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, want to quickly talk about the base chain as well as some other changes that are potentially coming here to the Splinterlands ecosystem when it comes to bridging out to other chains in the very near future. Now, if you've heard, we are planning to move or at least bridge to base, SPS2 base, which is the Coinbase layer 2 on top of Ethereum. It seems like there's a date here. I just want to go over what Clayboy posted earlier today in the Shard Room. Now, if this information is out there already, then I apologize. This is the first time I'm seeing it, but it is in the Shard Holders Room if you have access to that. If you don't, that's why I'm sharing it here. But Clay was also wanting to ask about fees, and so I don't know if we're going to get an official proposal or poll on this. We probably will at some point, but he was just putting this out here to the community to see what they thought in terms of the overall Shard Holders. So Clayboy says currently there isn't one. Well, in regards to bridge fees, I'm thinking the minimum to withdraw ETH, maybe target $1 minimum to do base and BSC, $25 to $50 minimum for ETH, and then having a 0.2% bridge fee. That is lower currently than TerraBlock. So the main purpose of is to offset gas fees and anything else to capture value for the DAO. And then shout out to Splinterlands Land Guy, who asked, when is this going to be live? And Clayboy responded with the 26th of this month. So less than 10 days from the day that I'm recording this on August 17th. It is going to be coming very soon. So he says here, we are going to launch to Ethereum, Base, and BSC. People can pay a deposit any amount they want. The withdrawal has a gas fee for the DAO. That's the main reason for the ETH minimum. I don't care if people want to spend their money, but if we have no minimum, that opens the DAO up to attacks via draining our gas. And then there were some other interesting conversations here. I won't jump into that, but I do want to talk about why I think base is super important. I mean, we got into a little bit on the recent live stream with the Triad on Thursday. I think that it's a fantastic way to create both onboarding and offboarding, right? So on-ramp and an off-ramp. And again, I'm not saying everybody should start taking capital out of the game. I'm just saying if you have it in a way where it's possible, then you get people who are more willing to put capital in the game, not because they want to take it out, but because they know they have the ability to if it's needed, and they have the ability to through a very easy or direct method. So the thing is, Base runs through Coinbase. Well, I guess it's not through Coinbase, but it's started by Coinbase. And so if you have a Coinbase account, which is for most of the people in the US, right, that's going to be one of the main ones. We no longer need to have SPS get onto Coinbase. There are other ways in which we can get people onboarded into the game that are interested in acquiring SPS without needing to list SPS on Coinbase or any other major exchange for that matter, right? Coinbase is one of the biggest exchanges in the world, not just the US. And if people want to go on, buy USDC, and when I say buy, it's really just converting US dollars to USDC. And then I think what I saw recently was we're going to have an SPS USDC LP that's kind of sponsored by the DAO. That is going to allow for people to come in, move their USDC from Coinbase into their Base wallet, right? At which point they can swap. The fees are either free or easy to transfer. I think transferring USDC on Base is free. At least it was when I was using it many moons ago for Prime or Parallel. And so to be able to transfer and then pay minimal gas fees, right? Because that's the whole point of the layer 2s, minimal gas fees on transactions. So swapping, just one swap from USDC to SPS, which is the SPS base version, and then being able to bring that in game is going to be huge. And then again, being able to do that on the opposite way, if people, for example, wanted to take ice cream money. I'm a big proponent of that, taking some ice cream money here and there, but it's not about the ice cream money. It's about the ability to take out ice cream money in an easy way where there is plenty of liquidity that I think will encourage larger owners or larger, we can just call them what they are, right? Whales to potentially come into the game, right? Because if you have enough liquidity and enough depth in that LP, then you will see people being like, okay, well, I'm used to using Base. There's a lot of other big projects on Base, right? And, Coinbase is obviously behind it. So this is something that we can now go check out Splinterlands, see what we want to do, transfer that in game, right? Obviously, it goes over into the Hive blockchain at that point, but Splinterlands has a fantastic track record. They've been around for 7 years, bridging to base. This is going to be, I think, one of the biggest things that we have. Now, when I say it's going to be one of the biggest things, I don't mean that on August 26th, everything's going to change, right? I think it's going to take a while for people to really understand and for us to build the proper presence on the base network and on the base blockchain. But all in all, I think that this is going to be a fantastic move and just want to share the upcoming date, or at least the tentative date for release with you guys. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. If there's anything that I'm missing, I know that there's a bunch of information that's always floating around on X or Twitter or somewhere else in the Discord. Let me know in the comments below, but that is all I have for you guys here. I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.